Hello, and welcome back to Dreamwalker Tarot. My name is Dawn, and this is the July reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury. This first spread, I will be using the Lenormand Oracle deck, doing a 5-card spread to start off this reading. And the first card that comes out for you guys is the Garden, which is an indication of like a social gathering. So some of you might be going to like a party, being invited out to a party. But we'll see what the rest of the cards are saying for you guys. This could also be an indication of information coming out, coming to the light, coming to, coming out, I don't know, I can't speak. Information coming out, right? And this is coming out in the way of what is considered chatter. The birds is like an indication of like gossip. So some information will be coming out this month in the form of gossip, right? So let's see, what are the other cards saying? There's a woman at the center of this. This card is usually an indication for a... Ooh, cards just falling out all over the place. I'll take this one, and I'll take this one. So we have the woman, the suffering card here with the cross, and the rider. So this woman is at the center of your reading. This could be you, or this could be someone that you're affiliated with, or someone that you are close to. This individual seems to be the cause or the reason for a lot of the suffering that you might be enduring this month, due to the fact that she is talking a lot about you. She might be putting your business out in Front Street. For some of you, this could be someone that is coming into your life that you have not already met. The Rider card is an indication of this something that is coming swiftly. It comes in just as quickly as it goes. This could be a fire sign individual. So this could be an Aries like yourself, a Sagittarius person, or a Leo person, or this could be happening during Leo season. This card is usually representative of a Taurus, a Taurian type of energy. So this could be someone who has their Venus in Taurus, or it can be someone who is a Taurus. So those are two things to kind of be mindful about. But it looks like a lot of you will be dealing with this particular woman kind of like coming in. She might be coming to bring you gossip that is rather painful, or she could be gossiping about you. This could also indicate a woman that is, religious, who has a lot of religious beliefs that she carries with her. But this could also be pertaining to some excitement or nervous energy or anxiety about a public outing or a public gathering. This public gathering might be associated with some sort of religious venture, or related to like a church gathering or a church meeting, or just being nervous about like a social gathering or a social meeting. And there's also the indication here, for some of you, this could really be a Sagittarius, because I feel like this card was also a part of the Sagittarius reading, these two cards. So if you have Sagittarius in your chart, or you are associated to a Sagittarius person or a Sagittarius individual, then you should probably check the Sagittarius reading out. Also, this woman could also just be bringing or coming with a rather painful message, or a message that is difficult to hear. And she might be delivering it to you, not in the best way, like it's a difficult message already to hear, but I feel like she brings it in like a very public way, a public forum. She might be bringing it like, to like an outing or like an event, or she might be kind of like outing it or bringing it to social media. And it's, it is a message that is hard to hear for you, a message that you might not particularly want to hear, okay? So keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and pull a 5-card spread again with the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. I had already shuffled these cards, so we're going to go ahead and shuffle them now to pull the cards for the message. So what is the message for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising? What is currently happening this month for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury? Okay, so this card that comes out in your present situation or your present circumstances is the 8 of Swords in the reverse. And so this is an indication that when we see the 8 of Swords, it's usually like a thing where you might have felt like you were bound or restrained by something. Some of you might have been in jail and then are coming out of jail, or you're just being bound or restricted by the way that you think and feel about something, and that is in your past. What is crossing you is the 3 of Pentacles. And so this could be due to like a partnership that you had, whether it be a relationship situation or whether it be like a job, you know, where you worked with other people. But I feel like you're coming out of the space where you felt like you're bound by it. So some of you might be leaving a job, or like if you were having a sense of being tied up or feeling like you weren't able to really kind of show up as your best version of yourself in this dynamic where you're working with someone else. It feels like you're coming out of that space where you no longer feel that way. I feel like you're able to kind of look at things a little bit clearly now and kind of realize some of the issues or the sense of restraint you might have felt within the confines of whether it be like a job or any situation where you're working with someone else, right? Some of this has to do with like a sense of inner turmoil or having some secret fears or secret worries pertaining to this partnership that you had with someone else. And so this could be, like I said, this could be a work situation. This could also be like some sort of collaboration with someone else, whether you worked with someone on a project or something, but it feels like you might secretly be having some sort of worry about that. And it's weird because I feel like Pisces had very similar, these 2 cards came out in the Pisces reading. Actually, I think a lot of these cards came out in the Pisces reading. So if you're a Pisces, you might want to check that out also. What is the past of this situation for Aries? What is the past of this situation? What is the past? So it looks like there was some sort of conflict, some sort of dispute between you and this person. And so now I feel like you might not necessarily trust that they are going to do the work that they said that they were going to do, or you know, you're kind of like, you feel like you might have to watch your back with them. So there's a little bit of worry associated with that. So the difference between the 5 of Swords here and the 8 of Swords is the 3 of Swords, which is again 3 of Swords energy as well as 3 of Pentacles energy, could indicate being in a situation where you are definitely collaborating with someone else. For some of you, it could be due to the collaboration was due to a painful ending within the confines of a relationship. So it could have been that you were involved in like a 3-way situation in a relationship, and or information about that coming out is kind of like you're worried about that. You're definitely worried about information coming out out in the public, especially with that Garden card. So information coming out about you or about your collaboration with someone else, right? So what is happening in the conscious, what is the conscious realm happening for Aries? What is Aries conscious about at this time? What is Aries conscious about at this time? Overhead. Sorry about that. Aries, Aries, Aries. The World and the Sun card. So these are like major arcana cards. So obviously, like I said, it definitely feels like there is a little bit of fear attached to something coming out into the public with the Sun card here kind of coming to light. I feel like right now, though, you are in a good space, and so this fear is kind of, like I said, like just kind of lingering in the background. It feels like this is something that you, like this experience that you're going through, it feels like something that you've been through before in the past, and so it feels like a little bit of a repetitive type of energy with the World card here. But I feel like if it does come to light again, yeah, so we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups in the subconscious realm. It, like, again, like I was just saying, it does feel like a lot of repetitive energy. We have I don't know if you can see this here, but the Wheel of Fortune is a 10 card. The 10 of Cups is also a 10 card. This is about endings in terms of like the relationship dynamics within like a family structure, or just like an overall sense of happiness. It does feel like something is coming to an end, right? And a lot of this has to do, I feel like, with this revelation that you are kind of worried about coming out. John, I'm not going to take that. Yep. The Death card and the Judgment card. So it feels like whatever it is that you're afraid of coming out is definitely coming out into the light, right? And so that might happen relatively soon in Leo season. You might find that this information is coming out. I feel like there is a sense of overall conflict here with the Five of Swords kind of like making its way back into your reality. And I feel like this disagreement that you're having is really kind of like this disagreement that you're having is really kind of like at the center of it, because it feels like whatever comes out of that disagreement is what you're afraid of coming to light, what you're worried about coming to light, particularly within the confines of this partnership that you had. So whatever partnership it is that you had, that you are involved in some sort of fight with, you know, this woman, I feel like you're afraid that this woman is going to basically start talking about your personal business and revealing your business and bringing it out into the public forum, which is going to be rather painful for you. And so with the Outcome card here for the Judgment in reverse and also the Death card, I feel like that is kind of the way that it's looking like it's going to go. Now, the Death card is really an indication to let things end, to let things kind of close out certain chapters in your life, to close out certain relationships in your life, to close out certain things that you might be carrying with you that you need to kind of release and let go of. There's definitely some endings here, like I said, with the Ten of Cups and also the Wheel of Fortune. Those tens are indication of endings as well. And I feel like this is something that seems to be like a cycle. Like this is something that happens with you where you get into like these collaborative situations that end in some form of dispute or some sort of disagreement, and it feels like, you know, you walk away from it and then kind of like enter into like another cycle of that. And so I feel like this is the opportunity to kind of use your judgment moving forward when making any decision about the relationships that you're going to be in, whether it be a relationship that is attributed to the workspace or whether it be a relationship that is attributed to, like, you know, like a romantic relationship, is to make sure that when you're making choices about entering into partnerships, that you have the full scope and understanding of the dynamic of that relationship before entering into any, type of agreement, right? So it's like a think before you leap, a think before you leap type situation, right? Because it feels like right now you're in the stage where things are about to come to an end, and then this is an opportunity, like, to kind of like close out a cycle, close out a pattern, and enter into a new pattern or a new cycle with using like your full judgment, and your full state of understanding about the dynamics in these situations that you might find yourself in, and how to kind of like move away from re-entering into those similar relationships moving forward in the future. So making just better choices about your relationships and better choices about who you choose to work with, okay? So we're going to pull some advice cards from the Shamanic Healing deck, and the card that comes out for you is New Beginnings, right? New Beginnings, which is perfect, right? It's perfect for this reading. And this card says, water, emotion, energy, all life affirming and life giving. Patience is the key. Once the deluge of emotion passes, you will see that left in its wake is a wondrous new day, a rainbow of possibilities. Do not get attached to the emotions that surround the situation. This will only attach your identification with the emotion itself, giving it more power and hindering the release, so that the door to your new beginning will not open. Sit in the emotion, cry, journal, talk it out with a friend, and then let it go. Perform a ritual if you are called to one. Place your feelings on a bit of paper and let it go, whether through water or fire. Both excellent transmuting elements. Be thankful for the experience of the situation and proclaim to the Creator that you are ready for the newness that is about to come into your life. So again, ultimately, I do feel like there is an ending coming up for you. I feel like you are kind of like nervous about the dynamics of that partnership or relationship kind of coming to light. And so when it is done and when it does close out, I feel like you should take time to kind of like sit with that and release it. Take the lessons and then move forward. Some of you, like I said, could be dealing with a Scorpio, which ultimately is like the symbol for rebirth with this death card here. It really is a symbol for a new start, a new beginning. And so that all kind of like really kind of coincides with all the cards that came out for you guys this month. So that is the end of the reading for you guys. I hope that this helped you in some way. Please leave a comment below. Let me know how this is working out in your life. Share the video with a friend who you feel could benefit from the message here. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for post notifications. Like the video. Do all the things. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you guys soon.